The true story of Michael Jackson. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana, the seventh of 9 children, to be precise. The family lived in a 2-bedroom house with no heating or air conditioning. Music was the one constant during those early years. While his father was a steel mill worker, he also managed a gospel group called the Ward Singers, which featured his wife and some of their kids. So it's no surprise that when young Michael began to show an interest in music, he was immediately given a record deal by Steeltown Records, a label owned by his father. At age 5, Michael appeared on The Jackie Gleason Show. And at age 7, he recorded his first single, a cover of Bobby Daye's That's What Love Is Made For. But Joe soon tired of managing his son, and in 1964, he formed a new group called the Jackson 5, featuring Michael along with his brothers Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon. They performed covers of songs by artists like The Temptations and The Miracles, and soon began attracting attention from local promoters. After playing a gig in New York City in 1966, talent manager Dick Clark became interested in the group and signed them to his company. Their first single under Clark's management was I Want You Back. Produced by legendary songwriting and production team Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown, and they were about to become the youngest and most successful group in Motown history. At age 12, Michael landed a starring role in the 1972 film version of The Wiz, based on The Wizard of Oz. He played the role of the Scarecrow, and he got to sing a duet with Diana Ross. Then in 1973, the Jackson 5 released their first album, Got to Be There, followed by Ben in 1972, and Music and Me in 1973. By this point, Michael had become the lead singer and songwriter for the group. Now, if you didn't know, I can tell you that Michael's time in the Jackson 5 was one of the most important chapters in his career. He achieved incredible success as the lead singer of the band, selling millions of records worldwide and becoming one of the most popular entertainers of the decade. The Jackson 5 had a profound impact on shaping Michael's musical style and helping him develop into the global superstar we know today. But Joe was not happy with his son's growing fame. He feared it would take away from their work ethic. And while the group toured Europe in 1973, Joe pulled Michael out to work on his solo career. As a result, Michael missed the group's final concert tour in 1976. It was an emotional time for Michael and his brothers. When Joe found out about it, he screamed at Michael. "You don't ever do that to your brothers again." Later, Michael said of his father, he was a tyrant. It was all about control. "I hated him for what he did to me, my brothers, and my sister." In the end, though, Michael credited his father with teaching him how to perform and instilling in him a strong work ethic. After a brief hiatus, the Jackson 5 reunited for their first album in 5 years, Destiny. In 1978, it went double platinum and included the hit singles Shake Your Body Down to the Ground and I Just In Stop Loving You, which showcased Michael's incredible vocal range and ability to blend pop, soul, and funk. It was clear that Michael was ready to embark on a successful solo career. In 1979, Michael released his first solo album, Off the Wall, produced by Quincy Jones. It was a critical and commercial success, selling over 20 million copies worldwide and producing hits such as Do You NT Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, and She's Out of My Life. This album marked a significant departure from Michael's previous work with the Jackson 5, showcasing his growth as an artist and his ability to experiment with different genres. Michael's music videos for Do NT Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You were groundbreaking, featuring innovative choreography and visual effects that pushed the boundaries of MTV. In June 1982, Michael's second studio album, Thriller, was released, and since then, Thriller has gone on to sell an estimated 66 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling album of all time. With its iconic cover art depicting Michael as a werewolf, the album's groundbreaking music videos, and its mix of pop, rock, and R&B influences, Thriller cemented Michael Jackson's status as a global superstar. The album's success also helped to popularize MTV, which had launched just 3 months before Thriller hit the shelves. Without a doubt, Thriller is one of the most influential albums of all time. Its innovative music videos changed the way artists promoted their work, and its blend of genres helped to break down racial barriers in the music industry. Michael's music videos for Beat It, Billie Jean, and Thriller were groundbreaking, featuring elaborate sets, costumes, and special effects. They were like mini movies, and they helped to make Michael Jackson one of the most famous people in the world. During the 1980s, Michael starred in the 1983 film Beat It, which showcased his incredible dancing skills and further established him as a global icon. While Michael's career was soaring to new heights, his personal life was in turmoil. On November 14, 1982, Michael married actress and model Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis. The wedding was a lavish affair, and the newlyweds honeymooned at the luxurious Alisal Guest Ranch and Resort in Solva, California. However, their marriage was plagued by rumors of infidelity on both sides, and they eventually divorced. In 1987, Michael released his third studio album, Bad. Once again, the album was a massive success, selling over 45 million copies worldwide and spawning 7 hit singles, including I Just Can't Stop Loving You, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, and Dirty, Diana. The music videos for these singles were also groundbreaking, featuring elaborate sets, costumes, and special effects. Michael continued to push the boundaries of music videos, which were essentially mini-movies. In 1991, Michael released his 5th studio album, Dangerous. It was another massive success, selling over 30 million copies worldwide and spawning hit singles such as Black or White. Remember the time and In the Closet? The album's title track features memorable lyrics that include the lines, "Your skin may be a different shade, but it's the same as mine. We're all just people living our lives." Unfortunately, Michael never got to tour in support of Dangerous due to his growing health problems in 1993. Michael became increasingly reclusive and canceled several public appearances due to anxiety and That year, he was accused of sexual abuse by a 13-year-old boy. Although the allegations were never proven, they caused a media frenzy and damaged Michael's reputation. In 1996, Michael married Debbie Rowe. They had 2 children together, Prince Michael and Paris. The marriage only lasted 3 years, and Debbie was never comfortable with the intense media scrutiny that came with being married to Michael. In 1997, Michael released his 8th studio album, Hi, I'm Michael Jackson. The album was a departure from his previous work, featuring more adult contemporary and R&B influences. It was a critical and commercial success, selling over 30 million copies worldwide and spawning hit singles such as You Are Not Alone and Earth Song. The album's music videos were also groundbreaking, featuring stunning visuals and thought-provoking lyrics. The music video for Earth Song was especially memorable, depicting Michael's concern for the environment and humanity. In 1999, Michael returned to the stage with a series of sold-out concerts at the Royal Concert Hall in London. The shows were filmed and released as a concert film, titled Michael Jackson, Live in London. The performance showed that Michael was still one of the greatest entertainers of all time, despite his personal struggles. In 2001, Michael was acquitted of all charges in his highly publicized trial. Despite the verdict, his life continued to be plagued by controversy. In 2003, he was accused of paying young boys for sex. And in 2005, he was tried and acquitted of all charges once again. These accusations and trials took a toll on Michael's health, and he became increasingly reclusive. In 2009, Michael returned to the stage with a series of comeback concerts titled This Is It. The concerts were to be Michael's biggest and most spectacular, yet sadly, Michael died on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50. After suffering a cardiac arrest brought on by a combination of prescription drugs. His death sent shockwaves around the world, and fans mourned the loss of one of the greatest entertainers of all time, despite the controversies that surrounded him in his later years. Michael Jackson's legacy as a musician, dancer, and entertainer remains intact. His music continues to be enjoyed by millions, and his innovative music videos continue to inspire artists today. Michael Jackson was truly a one-of-a-kind performer, and his contributions to music and pop culture will never be forgotten. And that's all for the day. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.